And welcome back to Chris's Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. Tonight broadcasting for our American State Bank broadcast booth. We're about ready to start the second quarter of play with Tyler High leading West Mesquite 7-0. Manny Almanza along with Reginald Coleman on the Z and on the radio on KTVB. If you're just joining us, the only first quarter score by Tyler came at the 4:15 mark of the period to finish off a 44-yard drive. Montrell Wade with a 12-yard pass reception for the score from Eli Sanchez, and it was Kendall Howard with the extra point kick. That summary presented by the Cascades of Texas. Third down and third and 12 from the 48-yard line of Tyler. Eli Sanchez on the carry will get to the 49 of West Mesquite for a pickup of 3. And now you're looking at a fourth down and 9. And once again, the stop is made by Parker. And we now see what will happen here.
Looks like they're going for it, Manny. I don't see the punter coming on. I don't see Walker coming in the punt.
So Xavier Parker had the tackle, fourth down and 9 from the 49, and Tyler will go for it with 2 wideouts to each side. 11:23 just starting the second quarter. Sanchez will take the snap. Here we go. Sanchez is rolling to his right. He has all kind of room. He likes to throw it to a wide open man at the 32-yard line. First down for Tyler. Oh, what a great call and a great job as Markavian Potts is able to walk away from the defender and get the first down. Referee spots him out at the 29-yard line. That's a 20-yard pickup on a fourth down and 9. Tyler moves the chains with 11:11 left in the second, leading 7-0.
That's a good play call. Good execution, good blocking, good everything on that play. Good everything on that play for the Tyler High Lions. And they're going to need to keep doing that, Manny. They're going to have to keep on with consistency. And I know I keep saying that, but that's what they're going to have to do in order to win this ball game.
Every successful play for Tyler breeds confidence for the Lions. And now we'll have a timeout by West Mesquite. Or are they going to do something with the change? There's a problem with the down marker. So they're going to try to fix it with 11:11 to play. So while they get everything fixed, the teams will head to the sidelines. We'll stay right here because we're not sure how quick they'll get this done. 7-0 lead for Tyler. So it looks like everything is set and ready to go. Tyler up 7-0. Other games going on tonight in District 7-5A as we're well into district play include Highland Park at Longview and also West Mesquite, rather Wiley East is at McKinney North, and Sherman is idle for tonight. And that was a very quick break because they're coming back onto the field now. So 11:11 to go. Tyler's had its good moments this season, but also has had enough negative plays, negative moments with turnovers and penalties to put them in the losing column. There's a pass left side at the 32-yard line up to the 30, and then the wide receiver is wrapped up on the play. That's to Corey Gilliam, and he is hit pretty hard. He has assumed number 16, which is used to be Potts' number. The stop is made by Broderick Benton, and then he has some words to say as well after that. Ends up being a loss of 2, Reginald, to the 31, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, it's almost like he didn't want to get off the Tyler line player after he made the tackle. So I guess he wanted to let him put something in his ear while he was tackling him.
10:33 to go. You never did that, did you?
Oh, it just depends. Just depends on who we were playing, man. It had a lot to do with who we were playing.
At the 30-yard line, second down carry, crossing the 30, getting to the 27-yard line. Tyler with the football, and the ball carrier is Jock Jones. And he ends up being stopped on the play by the West Mesquite defender, Angel Ponce. Actually, they're going to make that instead Jose Torres, who made the tackle. So that's Torres. And so now you're looking at the third down. So the ball to the 28 is a gain of 3. 3rd and 9 now for Tyler. Well, on 4th and 9, they had a 20-yard pass for a first down. 3rd and 9, 9:55 to go. Let's see what the Lions do here. Up 7-0. First drive to the 15-yard line of West Mesquite ended up with a fumble recovery by the Wranglers. Second drive was a touchdown. Sanchez under a heavy rush, all kinds of trouble, and he will go down at the 35-yard line. He did the best he could, Reginald, to try to get free, but instead of trying to throw an errant pass or make a mistake losing the ball, he just went down at the 34, so he ends up losing 6 on the play, make it 7 to the 35-yard line. Fourth down, and you're looking at 16 for Tyler.
Yeah, the Wranglers got excellent penetration on that right side. And the same side that he rolled out to, they were there. And like you said, it was good for him to not try to force anything, to just go down and take the loss.
So 9:06 to play. Second quarter, 7-0 lead for the Lions. And Cujo going for it on fourth down. Snap to Sanchez. Here comes a blitz this time. He hangs in the pocket, Sanchez does, and hangs a pass up that's intercepted at the 15 to the 20, up to the 25-yard line, to the 30, and finally being corralled and taken down at the 29-yard line. Interception made by Jerron Randall, a senior defensive back, as Sanchez threw that one a bit short. And the second turnover of the ballgame for Tyler gives West Mesquite the football at the 29-yard line.
Yeah, he threw it way short because he had Wade had already outran his defender. He just threw it, had too much air at the same time. Good pursuit by that Wranglers defense.
So Jay Cipriano back in at quarterback now for West Mesquite. Has a couple of wideouts to the right, one to the left. The Wranglers going left to right from a broadcast position in the second quarter. First down carry yields a short gain of 3 yards. So that time the ball carry is Darian Mitchell. So the stop will be credited to Preston Johnson at the 32. Second down and 7 for the Wranglers with 8:29 remaining.
Yeah, you hope the Tyler Lions can make a big stop right here and get the offense back out there.
2 to the right, 1 to the left. You hear the encouragement by the crowd to get to the quarterback, Cipriano. Man in motion, snap, pitch forward. And this time Tyler had him for a loss for a second. And now moving upfield and stepping out of bounds at the 39-yard line. That ends up being a nice jet sweep by Eric Tennyson. Junior wideout for West Mesquite. That'll be a first down carry to the 39-yard line, pickup of 7.
Yeah, and if he didn't have just about an inch more on that sideline, it might have been off to the races then, Manny.
He did a great job of getting out of a tackle either. The Tyler player had the chance to get him, and Tennyson was able to step out of that tackle with his strength and get upfield for the first down. 8:08 to play in the first half with a 7-0 lead for the Lions. Good football game here. West Mesquite and Tyler at Rose Stadium. There's a snap. Cipriano grabs the low snap. He's going to roll to his left, has a man wide open in the flat who drops the football.
Had a couple of men wide open in the flats, Manny.
TJ Turner, Reginald, turned to run before he caught the ball. Cardinals send for a wide receiver. Second and 10 from the 39-yard line.
Well, that makes the wide receiver coach go crazy when you see that. It makes all coaches go crazy because you got to have the ball before you can run with it. You got to look it in, tuck it in, turn upfield.
Second and 10 for West Mesquite at the 39. 8:02 remains. Double wideouts to the right, one to the left. Man in motion now, the snap, and this time it'll be another jet sweep at the 40-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup for the ball carrier, Javian Jackson. Great job that time of pursuit for the Tyler defense.
Well, you see ball hawk, H come downhill and like the safety's supposed to do, and he covered his gap, and he made the play. That was good. That was just good. That was just good execution by the Tyler High defense. Excuse me. Everybody did their assignments that time.
7.5 to go. Third down, West Mesquite at the 41. They need 8 for the first. Jackson in motion again. This time Cipriano will fake the handoff. He's going to roll to his left under a heavy rush, and he's going to try to throw the ball away, and he does at the 45-yard line, well out of the tackle box, and they're going to wave it as an incomplete pass, and they get a break there field position-wise. The Wranglers will still have to punt. What great pursuit that time defensively for Tyler. Give credit to where credit's due for Tyler, as Torrey Howland has had a great ball game in this first half, Reginald.
You really have, man.
Put the pressure on.
Excuse me, that was really close to intentional grounding, man. That was really close. But Howland, Tyler High defense is playing some good ball.
So 4th and 8 from the 41-yard line. Again, it was rolled an incomplete pass, 7:16 to go. On to punt it again for West Mesquite is Austin Stout. It's his third punt of the ball game. Tyler has a man back to receive at the 25. That's Potts. There's the snap, and here's the kick away. Potts looking to field it. They'll fair catch it at the 21-yard line. Good coverage that time by West Mesquite defensively. Fair catch made at the 21. 7:09 to play. We're in the first half, second quarter of play. 7-0 lead for Tyler High, and the Lions take over at the 21-yard line. 38-yard kick that time. First down here for this Tyler football team. So Tyler's had a good drive. Again, started at the 20 in the first quarter. The fumble cost them. They got down to the 15. Had a 44-yard drive for a touchdown. Had another drive going where they converted on a 4th and 9. Ended up throwing an interception. And now they have the ball back, first down for the Lions. And there's a short carry of 4 yards to the 25-yard line. You're looking at a 2nd down and 6. And the man who picked up the yardage for the Lions is Derek McFall. So McFall, good to see him back in the ball game. Got banged up just a little bit earlier. 3-yard gain on the 24, 2nd and 7.
And you wondering when you're going to see that fast tempo, that NASCAR offense of Tyler High.
6:40 to go. Indeed, it has been a little bit of a slower pace for the Lions. They've been well controlled in this ball game. Sanchez, and he throws it, and the ball is caught at the 30-yard line and close to the first down. Don't know if he made it. McFall is able to get that ball on a short pass. Ashton Wilson forced him out of bounds. That was a nice job. You know, Sanchez, I think, wanted to throw it further upfield, but that man was well covered. Got the ball to McFall, and they ended up getting it. Oh, they give him the 31 on the first down, Reginald.
Yeah, it was a very generous mark.
First down from the 31, so they'll give him 7. And Tyler moves the chains with 6 minutes to play in the first half, leading 7-0. Double wideouts to the right, 1 to the left now for the Lions. And in motion is Potts, moving from right to left. He'll stop. Sanchez takes the snap. And it's going to be an inside handoff, and that's Medlock at the 30, cutting back to the 35, the 36, and the 37-yard line. So nice run by Cameron. Picks up good yardage, 6-yard pickup, 2nd down and 4. Helping out on the stop was Xavier Parker. He runs off to the sidelines with 5:29 to go.
2nd down, 4 from the line.
So Sanchez awaiting the snap. They've had a 2-man backfield most of the night in this first half for Tyler.
Yeah, and that's because you can use Pickard as a H or a slot back when you got Sanchez playing quarterback.
And this time it will be the carry by Pinkard, and I believe he is tossed down at the 37, so it's no gain. Actually, that's McFall, number 8, not number 2, Pinkard. And so it's a 3rd down play.
Along with Jose Torres.
So Jose Torres was in there on the stop again for West Mesquite.
He's all over the field tonight, man.
He's done a great job. So 3rd down and 4 with 4:47 to go. Ball at the 37-yard line. That was no gain that time by McFall. 6:44 left in the second quarter in Longview. It's Highland Park 6 and Longview 3. There's a snap. Sanchez sweeping left side and losing 2 yards on the play. Pinkard, the ball carrier. Great pursuit again by this West Mesquite defense. One more time, Broderick Benton is in there having a part in the stop for West Mesquite. And this time it will be a punt for Tyler. Also, Diego Nino is credited for being in there with 4:05 to go. So it's punting time for the Lions. Kendall Howard's first punt of the ball game. 7-0 lead for Tyler. That was a loss all the way to the 35-yard line, loss of 2. So on 4th and 6 this time, Tyler will kick the ball away. There's the snap. Oh, high snap over the head of Howard. That could be trouble. Howard is going to end up falling on it at the 6-yard line. And Tyler High, with a special teams mistake, gives West Mesquite 1st and goal at the 6-yard line. Howard had the chance to pick it up, I believe, but instead he played it safe and fell on it. West Mesquite now with a chance to get it into the end zone.
You see her footsteps. He had time to pick the ball up, turn around, and take off running, but he just fell on it. I mean, I guess he just doing what the coach told him, but he had time to pick the ball up and turn around and probably punt the ball, man.
12 minutes to play in the second quarter. Just started in the second quarter. Last report we have in McKinney. Wiley East 14, McKinney North 10. So Cipriano has a chance to punch it into the end zone for the Wranglers. First and goal from the 6-yard line. Couple of wideouts to the right, one to the left. There's a snap. This will be a handoff, and it is Mitchell, and he'll power across the 5 down to the 3-yard line. And so helping out on the stop that time for Tyler High, it's Torrey Howland, but also as well, it's Kadarian McMiller. So second down and goal from the 3 with 3:18 to play. This will be Tyler's toughest defensive part of the ball game thus far. Late in the second quarter, they'll have to make a stand here. West Mesquite is given a gift by a special teams mistake by Tyler.
Right, they were given a gift. You're exactly right.
2:59 to go. Double wideouts to the left, and I think we had a timeout before the snap, and indeed we do. So timeout on the field. 2:57 to play in our second quarter. Tyler High 7, West Mesquite nothing. Let's take a 60-second, let's make it a 30-second. We'll take a 30-second timeout right here on KTBB and the Z. 30-second break.
Brian's Cheesecake, a little dessert shop in Mineola that's grown to make the best tasting cheesecakes you've ever had. But what's our secret? Well, we're happy to show you that 30 years of experience can't be replicated. All of our treats are homemade right here in Mineola, made from scratch and personally delivered to you. And now we are expanding our store closer to you in Tyler on Beckham. Come see why it only takes one bite to taste the difference. Brian's Cheesecakes. What can we make for you?
.257 to play as we are back to action. Second down and 3 from the 3-yard line. West Mesquite with the football, knocking on the door. Awaiting the snap to Cipriano, claps his hand a couple of times, now will hand it off, and Mitchell will power forward and maybe get a yard to the 2. Nice job that time by that defensive front for the Lions as Mitchell goes down. Leading the charge that time, it was Torrey Howland. Mr. Howland is stepping up tonight. Third and goal from the 2 for the Wranglers, 2:39 to go.
That ain't happening. That play ain't happening up that middle. Not the big Ashton and company. Hawkins and Johnson and Holland. It's not happening, man. I don't see it happening.
And we have another timeout by Tyler as West Mesquite went to the Wildcat formation. Though Tyler will call a timeout very quick. So 2:31 to play in the second quarter. Let's take another 30-second timeout. A 30-second timeout on the Z and KTBB.
When you're headed home after the game, head on into Raising Cane's.
Brian's Cheesecake, a little dessert shop in Mineola that's grown to make the best tasting cheesecakes you've ever had. But what's our secret? Well, we're happy to show you that 30 years of experience can't be replicated. All of our treats are homemade right here in Mineola, made from scratch and personally delivered to you. And now we are expanding our store closer to you in Tyler on Beckham. Come see why it only takes one bite to taste the difference. Brian's Cheesecakes. What can we make for you?
Back to Tyler High football on the Z and KTBB. 2:31 to play until the half. 7-0 lead for Tyler. Third down and goal from the 2-yard line for West Mesquite. The Wranglers with a gift given to them by a snap that went well over the head of Kendall Howard. He fell on it at the 6-yard line. And so West Mesquite has the opportunity here. Trips to the left, one to the right. And Cipriano is back in the quarterback now for the Wranglers. Empty backfield as he sends another wide receiver out to the right. And this time it's another timeout. So Tyler has taken another timeout with 2:31 to play. So with this Tyler High timeout, we will go ahead and just stay right here this time. So Tyler High up 7-0. Defense facing a third and goal, West Mesquite from the 2-yard line. And the Lions are looking to try to put the stops on it. And Rickland Holmes and his crew, once they get that formational set, timeout, make an adjustment. Scoreboard has one timeout left for the Lions in this period.
Yeah, that was a formation that Tyler High wasn't familiar with by seeing it on the tape scouting. So Holmes immediately called the timeout to make adjustments, and hopefully they can make adjustments to stop this key play right here.
So Tyler High with a 7-0 lead. It's been a really good ball game. Again, Tyler has committed 2 turnovers, essentially 3 with a special teams mistake on the punt staff that went over the head of Kendall Howard. So 3 plays that figure into stopping Tyler's drives and giving West Mesquite a chance to score on this particular drive. This is the best opportunity the Wranglers have.
Yeah, you're right, man. You're absolutely right. And it was handed to them. They got a gift, like you said. Now they're coming out in the swinging gate formation.
So Cipriano's the quarterback. Swinging gate set up this time for West Mesquite. We're going old school here, Reginald.
Yes, and now the Wranglers are calling a timeout.
So the Wranglers call a timeout. So it's a timeout fest. 2:31 to play in the first half. 7-0 lead for Tyler. I tell you what, we'll take a break here. Let's take a 30-second timeout. A 30-second timeout on KTVB and the Z.
Tough never quits. Power never fails. From when the lights come on till you're off the field. You give it everything. So why not get a vehicle that does the same? Like the new 2021 Kia Telluride, or the all-new Kia Seltos, or the redesigned Kia Sportage. With power like this, you'll want to bring it on the field too. Give it everything at Pelche Kia and Tyler, where tough never quits.
2:31 to go. Here we go. I think it's 3rd and 2. And I don't think we'll have another timeout here. More standard formation. It's going to be Mitchell gets plugged up the middle. And he'll go down for a loss back to the 5-yard line. Once again, a great job defensively for Tyler. Jacob Vilela leading the charge, and he brought some company with him for the Lions.
Nice play, Vilela and company. I mean, they was all on that play, Manny. And that's what you got to have. You got to have that out your defense. This is the big defensive stance right here on 4th down. And it looks like the offense is still out there for the Wranglers.
4th and goal from the 5 now for West Mesquite. Minute 58 to play. The clock is moving this time. Tyler with a 7-0 advantage. And they will go for it on 4th down. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 man in the backfield. Might have drawn Tyler offside. Cipriano into the corner of the end zone. There's a push off by the receiver, and it's a touchdown for West Mesquite on 4th and goal from the 5. Touchdown for the Wranglers, making the reception Eric Tennyson. Cipriano with a beautiful ball in the left corner of the end zone, and West Mesquite is able to tack something on the scoreboard. Now the referees are having discussion at the 5-yard line with 1:41 to play, so no score has been tacked on the board yet. It could have been offsides against Tyler.
Or the lineman could have moved early. That's what they're discussing, because what I've seen, Manny, I might be wrong, but I thought I seen that left tackle move a tad bit early before the snap.
All right, the referees will have a few things to sort out here, waiting for the call from the official.
The defense is offside. The offense had a low block, high low shot block. Therefore, play offset, we replay 4th down.
Well, how about that, Reginald? You had offsetting penalties. You had the offsides against Tyler, and you had a chop block against West Mesquite. So that wipes out the touchdown. It remains 4th and goal from the 5 for the Wranglers with 1:41 to play.
And it's good to see Tyler High get a break this time around. Normally it's Tyler High getting the foot, shooting themselves in the foot.
So 4th and goal from the 5 with 1:41 to go. The Lions clinging to a 7-0 lead in this first half.
And you're wondering, Manny, are they going to go back up to that jump ball again? Because he got up over Irwin, and Irwin had good coverage.
And that was a beautiful pass by Cipriano into that corner of the end zone. We'll see what West Mesquite does. Man in motion, snap. Cipriano's going for the same play. No, he's not. This time he tried to throw it to a crossing route in the end zone, and he throws it behind the receiver. Incomplete, and it will be Tyler's football. The Lion defense is staunch on this series against West Mesquite.
That's awesome. Great. What happened, what it looks like, one of the receivers ran the wrong route because the guy, the Y was running a drag, and the X was running a post out. And he brought his man into the Y guy, and if Tyler Howard would have turned around, it might have been picked by the defender.
Two men in the same area wasn't a good thing. Sanchez airs it out. First down. Pass comes over to the 30. That's off the fingertips of the intended receiver. Almost coming up with a big grab for the Lions, but not quite, is Keon Shepard. So it's a second down now for Tyler. Second down and 10 from the 5-yard line. So that's a nice job. Keon Shepard was the wide receiver it was intended for.
Good ball by Sanchez. Now, that was a good throw. That was a good ball by Sanchez. Shepard, you got to come up with that catch, because if it touch your finger, what?
Should catch the ball.
That's right.
91 seconds left in the first half. 7-0 lead for Tyler. The Lions with a big defensive stop on 4th and 5, and now we'll have the final timeout of the first half by the Lions. 91 seconds to play in the second quarter. Tyler 7 and West Mesquite nothing. Let's take another short break. This is a 30-second timeout on the Z and KTBB.
Tough never quits. Power never fails. From when the lights come on till you're off the field. You give it everything. So why not get a vehicle that does the same? Like the new 2021 Kia Telluride, or the all-new Kia Seltos, or the redesigned Kia Sportage. With power like this, you'll want to bring it on the field too. Give it everything at Pelche Kia and Tyler, where tough never quits.
We are back to the American State Bank broadcast booth at Christa's Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. 91 seconds until the half. 7-0 lead for the Lions. Second down and 10 from the 5-yard line, following again a big defensive stand after West Mesquite had the ball at the 6-yard line off of Tyler's special teams mistake. The Lion defense is able to be staunch against that West Mesquite offense. So now there's a bit of a delay here. Before we get play underway, referees are having another discussion near the 5-yard line. Not sure exactly what that one is all about.
Maybe putting some time on the clock, you think? Well, he's discussing something with Coach Holmes. I don't know if he's...
West Mesquite has 2 timeouts remaining.
Oh, they were discussing about timeouts remaining.
So West Mesquite does have 2 timeouts remaining. Tyler has used its final timeout.
Yeah, they went in a timeout fest, didn't they, Manny?
It did. We'll see if we have any more timeouts. There's 2 left for West Mesquite to use. So second down and 10 from the 5. There's the snap. Rolling to his left. Sanchez fires it upfield, and that's too tall. The man was in double coverage. Intended receiver for Tyler was Jadavian Lacey, excuse me. Again, in double coverage. So now you're looking at a 3rd and 10 from the 5-yard line. So Javante Jordan, a junior defensive back, was one of the 2 guys there. The other man was Ashton Wilson. So a minute 25 to go, Reginald. So twice really out of the end zone, Sanchez has passed the football. Tyler trying to move the ball downfield to get another score before the end of the half. 95 yards to go. This time another air out by Sanchez. Good coverage and an interception by West Mesquite. Lacey was the intended receiver, and a wrestling match for the football. And coming up with the interception is Javante Jordan for West Mesquite. So for Sanchez, he has a fumble and 2 interceptions tossed. Tyler also had a punt snap over the punter's head, and yet the Lions are leading 7-0 with 1:19 to play until the half.
Yeah, that was I don't know, man. That was kind of a questionable throw right there by Sanchez, because he was covered pretty. He was covered with a guy in front of him and a guy behind him, and he threw into that zone. That's probably about the only bad decision I've seen him make so far tonight.
Cipriano, the quarterback, first down from the 36 after the interception. A bunch of flags fly, so this is going to be a false start against West Mesquite. Well, we do have a halftime show coming up, presented to you by Adams Furniture and Appliance. And during the half, we will have our Texas State Network feature of the week, hosted by Jimmy the St. Christopher. So that is coming up at the half, as well as a look at our first half scoring summary. And also, we will definitely have more things coming up for you. Probably a few numbers that Reginald will get from our good friend Phil Hicks at the Tyler Morning Telegraph. That's all coming up at the half right here on KTBB and the Z. Minute 18 to play. First down, Cipriano on 1st and 15 from the 41. Pass comes left side. Oh, what a nice move at the 40 to the 35-yard line. Well, that's a good way to pick up a bunch of penalty yardage and plus. So it was Bryson Walker who comes up with the reception. He's a sophomore. Ball is up to the 34-yard line. 7-yard pickup. 2nd down. Call it 8 now for West Mesquite with a minute 10 to play. Few fans from West Mesquite making the trip. Again, of course, in this COVID era, can't have a full house. Cipriano gets hit, but he gets rid of the ball at the 30 and down to the 25-yard line. That will be another first down. That ends up being a gain of 9 yards on the play. The reception made for West Mesquite by T.J. Turner, and McMiller comes up with a stop. West Mesquite moving the ball at the 25, 59 seconds to play, and Cipriano will spike it into the turf with 57 to go. So Cipriano will stop the clock. 2 timeouts left for West Mesquite. 7-0 lead for Tyler.
I wonder why he spiked the ball and he still had two timeouts left.
Not sure why he did that, to be honest with you. 57 seconds to play. 2nd down and 10. It does use up a down, but it does stop the clock. So 2nd and 10 from the 25-yard line. West Mesquite getting possession back on an interception. Javante Jordan is the one with the INT. Double wideouts to each side for the Wranglers. And again, Cipriano will go down off a blitz. Great job for the Lions on defense with 52 seconds to go. And that is Jock Jones who comes up with the sack.
It was just a matter of time, man, before we were going to start saying his name. That guy, he's a playmaker, too. He's another ball hawk. Him and Ace out there anchoring that defense.
Timeout called by West Mesquite. So that loss was to the 35-yard line. We'll go ahead and keep it right here with 52 seconds to go. But you're right, Reginald. Jock Jones, who gets a lot of pub because of how well he has performed as a running back, has done equally well on defense. And that time coming up with a blitz and the sack. So the ball at the 35, that's a loss of 10 to make it 3rd down and 20. So you had the chance, obviously, to spend some time with Jock Jones. What are some of the things that we have learned about him as he steps into playing for the Tyler High Lions this season?
He's a good one. He's a good one. He's one of the good ones that comes. You know, Tyler High inherits good athletes, and you get some out of the bunch that just stands out more than the others. And Jack is one of those guys that stands out. And it's good that he's putting it to work now out here on the defense.
He's a senior, and he's playing well with 52 seconds to go. 3rd down, back to action. West Mesquite with a football at the 35, 3rd down and 20, trailing 7-0. Double wideouts to the left, 1 to the right for the Wranglers. Snap to Cipriano. 5-step drop. Airs this one out. Left side. Has a man open at the 5, and that should be a penalty against Tyler. They're going to say it's incomplete.
I agree with you on that, man. And he got there way too early before the ball got there and hit him.
That was 8 on the defense. Pass was intended for Devin Duncan, a junior wide receiver. So either it was a bit too early or it was perfect timing. Of course, that happened on the far side of the field. The referee standing right there ruled incomplete with 45 seconds to go. So that'll go in the perfect timing category for 8s.
And trust me, 8s will take it as well as Tyler High. They'll take it. That was, man, it was pretty close, pretty close.
4th and 20 from the 35-yard line. West Mesquite with the football in Tyler territory. 45 seconds to go. No choice here for the Wranglers but to go for it. Cipriano trying to draw Tyler off sides, and it looks like it'll be another timeout here by West Mesquite. So this will be West Mesquite's final timeout of the first half. We'll take a short one. 45 seconds to play until the half. Tyler 7, West Mesquite nothing. This will be a short break, a 30-second timeout on the Z and KTBB.
Tough never quits. Power never fails. From when the lights come on till you're off the field. You give it everything. So why not get a vehicle that does the same? Like the new 2021 Kia Telluride. or the all-new Kia Seltos, or the redesigned Kia Sportage. With power like this, you'll want to bring it on the field too. Give it everything at Pelche Kia and Tyler, where tough never quits.
.45 seconds left in the first half. Tyler High 7, West Mesquite nothing. Manny Almanza and Reginald Coleman from the American State Bank broadcast booth here at Christus Trinity Mother Francis Rose Stadium. So West Mesquite taking its final timeout before they go for it on 4th down and 20 as the teams return to the field. Double wideouts to the left, one to the right for Cipriano and the Wranglers. Tyler Band striking up a tune in the south end zone. Referee delayed play just for a second.
I can't hear what you're saying.
And the referees are unable to actually, one of the referees trying to talk to the head referee, and he actually had to turn on his mic because he couldn't hear what the umpire was saying. It might have been because the band was playing at the time as well.
Well, I think it's more like you got to turn your mic on to hear.
Well, here we go now with 45 seconds to go. West Mesquite with the football. Man in motion just slightly. Cipriano takes the snap. Looking upfield, airs it out toward the end zone. There's a man ahead of the pack, and it's tipped away at the last moment. Incomplete. And there's great defense there for the Lions. Nice job. Who's the one that got up off the ground? Well, it is 8's number 7.
Correct. I tell you, that kid's all over the field, man. He's their quarterback on defense, and he's a good one, I tell you. He reads it before it happens.
So with 37 seconds to play, West Mesquite gives it up on downs. Tyler has the ball back. So do the Lions play conservative, or do they try to get another score on? You know, they were at the 5-yard line and try to pass the ball out of the end zone 3 times.
When you got Potts and you got Wade, you have to go for one. You have to go for it. You have to try at least once, man, on this drive.
First down, Sanchez will air it out left side, and this is going to be picked off, but it will be incomplete. Well, for a moment there, Javante Jordan was trying to get another pick, but he falls out of bounds and headed for Potts with 31 seconds to play. 2nd and 10, Tyler.
And once again, Sanchez is making a bad decision because you have a man underneath and a man over the top. That's not the one that you want to throw through. You want to throw it to another receiver, which is the slot that's running the post. But he's already got in his mind on that play who he's going to throw to. And again, we don't have no time. Tyler High has no timeout, so it has to be something to the sideline or a go route down the middle.
2nd down, Clyde down, Sanchez down at the 30-yard line. So he'll lose 5 on the sack. Now let's see what the penalty flag is with 27 seconds to go. Referees will discuss this.
Flag on the field.
Was it offsides? Was it false start?
I think it's false start, man. Because the down judge. Oh, offsides, man.
5-yard penalty.
So for Tyler, the Lions catch a break because there's a 5-yard loss on the sack. And instead, they're able to go ahead and get 5 yards to the 40, 10-yard turnaround, 2nd down and 5 from the 40.
Right, and the reason that he got the sack is because
he was offside.
He was offsides. Correct. Well, man, I want to see him go downfield one time with the receivers. Like I said, that they have a couple of playmakers. If you can just get the ball down to them, they'll make the play.
Snap to Sanchez. Here comes another heavy rush, and this time the blitz catches Sanchez. Oh, what a great stop. Coming in untouched, it was Cornelius Piper. I mean, he just came in, nobody touched him, and Sanchez goes down. They'll mark him down at the 34-yard line. That ends up being a loss of 6. 2nd down and 11 now. Make it a 3rd and 11 for Tyler.
Just let the time run out. Go in the field house and make some adjustments. Come back out 2nd half. And that's what he's going to do.
And that does bring us to the intermission here at Christus Trinity Mother Francis Rose Stadium. Time expires, and Tyler has the lead. At the half, in a very tough football game at Rose Stadium, our score is the Tyler High Lions 7 and the West Mesquite Wranglers nothing. We will be taking a 3-minute timeout as we head to our Adams Furniture and Appliance halftime report. When we come back, we will have a look at our first half scoring summary for tonight's ball game. Also, during the course of our halftime, the TSN feature with Jimmy the St. Christopher. That's all coming up on our halftime show. Again, our halftime score is Tyler 7, West Mesquite nothing. A 3-minute timeout on the Z and KTBB.
Top colleges in the nation.